Welcome back, Truth Seeker. February 17th, 2021. It's reported that today Rush Limbaugh died at age 70. And I'll start off by saying his death is no loss to the world. This man was trash, and he was only listened to by trash. But like I said a year ago, when he came out saying he had cancer on February 3rd, 2020, it was a clear ritual with Super Bowl 54 because he began his radio career for the Kansas City Chiefs. And now the Chiefs die in they lost in Super Bowl 55, and Rush Limbaugh is dead days later on 17/2, like 172, and in the language of Gematria, Kansas City Chiefs equals 172, which is also a very special number to the Jesuits who control the world of media, and especially toxic right-wing conservative talk radio, which is pretty much all that's on the radio, and these same brain-dead morons think it's a nation of liberals when you flip through every station in the nation and all it is toxic conservative right-wing trash. Again, there's no such thing as liberals, you guys. They don't exist. You've been poisoned in your mind with what the word liberal means. All it means is open-minded and willing to change. And toxic conservatism, which is what's pumped in the mainstream by voices like Rush Limbaugh. It's telling you America's the greatest nation. All of our wars killing brown people are justified. Everyone but white fat slobs are great. And again, you guys, I'm not trying to make this a left-right thing, but Rush Limbaugh, a toxic voice, a disgusting human being, a racist piece of shit. So let's not shed any tears over the loss of this fat slob if he's even really dead, which I have my doubts, honestly. But let's also go over the ritual. So, Rush Limbaugh, born January 12th, 112. And remember, 112, Chiefs equals 112, Super Bowl 112. The Rock bought the Chiefs in the TV show Ballers 112 days before Super Bowl 54 when they won the Super Bowl. But anyway, from his birthday to his supposed death is his 37th day of his age, and in the language of Gematria, Limbaugh is 73 and 37, and like I said before the year began, watch out for all the suspicious deaths in 73, because 73 is the 21st prime, and here we are in 2021, and in Rush's case, his name also equals 21 like Jesuit. But just to go up to the top page, if anybody goes to the grocery store today, look in the grocery store aisle, look at the Inquirer. This article didn't come out today, it's been out. But the Inquirer has an article with Prince Philip on the cover, and it says, "Goodbye, Prince Philip. You've been married to the Queen for 73 years." I took a screenshot of this on my phone. I'll go back through my phone photos and show it later. But when I saw that, I said, oh, how many days until we're reading about the death of Prince Philip? So realize, right next to him, he's hospitalized. Limbaugh, 73, is dead. And again, it's all Jesuit ritual. They gave us the language, the calendar, they encoded it all, they synced it all up, they control all their pawns and puppets, which includes the royal family, which includes Rush Limbaugh and a whole lot more. But look at this. Limbaugh, 73, 37, dead on his 37th day of his age. Big sacrifice number. Again, 73, the 21st prime. Rush, 21. Jesuit, 21. This started the day after Super Bowl 54 was won by the Chiefs. And again, he began his radio career by calling games for the Chiefs. But Jesuit order 54. Super Bowl 54. Remember, John Carroll equals 54. The man who established Jesuit Georgetown, the first Jesuit university in the U.S., and he established it right after his 54th birthday. He established Jesuit Georgetown January 23rd, 1789. But anyhow, Rush is dead on 17/2, February 17th, Jordan's birthday, another Jesuit puppet. And Kansas City Chiefs, 172. So what a perfect day for the man whose career began with the Chiefs to die. And remember that Jesuit motto that they're known to say as they kill people, ad merum de gloriam equals 172. Somebody might have been in the room and said, "Goodbye, you fat fuck," and then stuck the dagger right in his heart or whatever they'll cover up with their criminal Jesuit police network with their false autopsies and causes of death left and right. Or, again, if he's even dead. I mean, if the guy's even dead. He might be pill-popping and raping the same brown women he always complained about on his radio show right at this very moment. But also, if you're new here, Gematria. Gematria, very simple. It's based on the alphabetic order forwards and backwards. A is 1 up to Z is 26, Z is 1 back to A is 26, and the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology and the reverse alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. Just notice how his full name, Rush Hudson Limbaugh, overlaps with Isus Hominum Salvator, the Jesuit motto. These are huge numbers with Pope Francis. Pope Francis is the first Jesuit pope, the 266th pope who spoke next to Rush Limbaugh's favorite guy, Barack Obama. I'm being facetious about that. But again, realize politics is all divide and conquer. Media is all divide and conquer. All these people really are on the same team. Just like how Obama joked 45 days before Trump's birthday at the 2011 White House Correspondents' Dinner that Trump would be the next president. And sure enough, he was, number 45. But huge numbers here with Pope Francis. He spoke next to Obama on the White House lawn September 23rd, 2015, the 266th day of the year. Of course, the Jesuits have been in D.C. longer than the feds have been there. It was once called Rome on the Potomac, owned by Francis Pope, not to be confused with Pope Francis. But notice Francis is 70, like Vatican 70, like Russia's fat sloppy ass is dead at age 70, supposedly. And if you want to do his full name with the 3 on it, because his name's also Rush Hudson Limbaugh III, it's got the 112 and 122, like Chiefs is 112, like Kansas City's 122. And again, this started after Super Bowl 54, and if you want to go back to that, Kansas City played San Francisco, which equals 122. Just like Pope Francis equals 122, and San Francisco is named after St. Francis of Assisi, like Pope Francis. But when the Chiefs played San Francisco in the Super Bowl, that was the 122nd game by Andy Reid coaching the Chiefs, and National Football League's also 122. So, very clear ritual. The word satanic is 122, and again, the Satanic Church was established in San Francisco on the 122nd Meridian West, and Rush Limbaugh embodies all the satanic tenets. Just a promoting, ego-filled, hateful, spiteful piece of shit. I mean, the worst of the worst. And the reason he had such a big following is because the United States of America is a nation that's raised more pieces of shit than any other nation in the history of the world. And that's why so many scumbags identify with scumbags like Rush Limbaugh. You have to be a human sack of shit to have ever enjoyed the words of Rush Limbaugh. Just a completely wrong about everything individual, just a political hack, hateful hack, racist hack, hypocrite piece of shit. And he deserves to be rained down on like this. And anyone who has a problem with it, fuck you, scumbag. Because only scumbags like Rush Limbaugh. Period. And I get tired of people calling me a conservative because I never have been one. Those are the dumb, mind-controlled idiots that subscribe to this left-right paradigm. Can't see shit for shit. But, with regards to the day he came out and said his cancer was terminal, that was October 19th, 2020. And notice from that day to his death is 122 days. So perfect for Rush Hudson Limbaugh III, and that's why I'm having my doubts that he's even dead. He's probably off to where he's protected, like I said, to rape brown women until the end of his days. But he came out on Monday, October 19th, and he said he was battling stage 4 lung cancer. And, of course, he was diagnosed last February. He came out the day after the Super Bowl on February 3rd, which was the 34th day of the year. And then he dies after Super Bowl LV. And in Roman numerals, LV is 55. But in English, L is 12, V is 22. Added up, 34. Brady got his 34th win in the Super Bowl. And anyway, he's dead 122 days from his announcement. If you didn't count the span of days, you could also say he died 17 weeks and 2 days after his announcement on 17/2, I suppose. But in the base ciphers, Rush Hudson Limbaugh is also 220 and 85 like National Football League. He died on his 37th day of his age. Buccaneers is 37 forward, 62 in reverse like Tampa Bay Buccaneers is 62. And again, they dropped Patrick Mahomes to 6-2 in the playoffs. And the game was played in Raymond James Stadium 62 days before WrestleMania 37 in Raymond James Stadium, which begins on April 10th. Because, again, they sync all this stuff up. The NFL is no different than the WWE. It's all fake. It's all rigged. It's all contrived. It's all bullshit. Just like talk radio, just like politics, just like Rush Limbaugh. Totally full of shit. But notice, from Pope Francis's birthday to his death is 62 days, and the Jesuits don't play. They sync up all their rituals with the Jesuit Pope. They also sync it up with the Superior General Arturo Sosa. And if I'm not mistaken, he died 97 days after Arturo Sosa's age. His birthday's November 12th. Let me check that real quick, because death is 97. But Arturo Sosa's the leader of the Jesuits right now. He's considered the Black Pope. He's not black. That's just what they call him. But let's see. Am I right about that? Yeah, he's dead 97 days. Yep. He's dead 97 days after the Jesuit Black Pope's birthday, Arturo Sosa. Here, I'll just show you. Arturo Sosa birthday. And again, death's 97. I just talked about the dead Alabama player last night, number 97. But here's Arturo Sosa. And you know what's funny? You could also say it was Arturo Sosa's 98th day of his age. And look at this. Kansas City Chiefs, when you run it in reverse, is 98. So, again, you don't think the Jesuits control everything? You're wrong. You're as wrong about that as you are for thinking Rush Limbaugh was some kind of culture hero for the bullshit he spewed on the radio every single day. By the way, coming into the Super Bowl, Kansas City Chiefs, coming into Super Bowl 55, they'd scored 64 points in Super Bowls. After they won Super Bowl 54, they had 64 points scored. And remember, that game was played exactly 64 weeks after Patrick Mahomes beat Len Dawson's 1964 touchdown passing record. And in that game, his girlfriend was there with her father, and her father dropped dead in the stands that day, and the word kills 64. It's talking about Nicki Minaj's dad, killed by the numbers in the satanic ritual on 122 the other day, on her 67th day of her age, being 38. But anyway, dead 97 days after Arturo Sosa's age, or you could also say on his 98th day of his age. Kansas City Chiefs 98, 172. Rush started with the Kansas City Chiefs. Again, the Jesuits got all their rituals so perfectly planned out. But anyway, dying 62 days after the Pope's birthday also fits in, because the Buccaneers won the game. Buccaneers 62, Tampa Bay Buccaneers 62. By the way, Patrick Mahomes 62, fell to 6-2 in the playoffs. But again, sacrifice 62, and the phrase for a deal with the devil, Faustian bargain 62. And no doubt Rush made one, because no one else was going to put on some foul-mouthed fat fuck to poison the nation. I got a foul mouth myself, but I'm not a fat fuck. But again, nobody's going to put on that fat, ugly slob unless he's signing contracts with somebody. And this piece of shit was part of the Jesuit network. That's how he made it. Again, the Jesuits are all about divide and conquer. There's not a more divisive person than Rush Limbaugh in talk radio history. But again, just to go over some other things, again, it was February 3rd, 2020, the day after the Super Bowl, that he came out and said he had cancer. That was the 34th day of the year. He's a radio personality. Radio's 34. And here, I can just go over that older post. It's from a year ago. It was 133 days before Trump's birthday, and of course, President's 133, White House is 33, Government's 133. Remember back in 2016, the first Republican debate on Fox News? The first time Trump took the mic to speak at that debate with however many candidates were on the stage, 10, 20, whatever it was, they put up the stat on the screen right away. Donald Trump, 133rd richest man in the U.S., and I made a video 2 minutes later, and I said, you guys, I think they're telling us The Apprentice is the next president. Because again, they don't mess around with their numbers. It's all rigged. It's all scripted. Of course, Trump ended up giving Rush the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Talk about a joke. And he did that one day after he came out with the cancer on 4/2. Jesuits 42 in reverse, like February's 42. He's dead in February in the year 2021. But I was saying the same thing a year ago. His birthday's January 12th. His full name's 112. It was right after the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, and he started with the Chiefs. Full name's also 122 like Kansas City. The Super Bowl was on a 44 date. Lung cancer's 44. Cancer's 44. Remember what happened this year? Dustin Diamond died at age 44 from lung cancer on, what was it, February 1st? February 1st, 2021? Yeah, that's right. It was a date with 44 numerology. So, again, just familiar patterns. Getting 86'd by the code. Look up the song Gematria, the killing name. Murder by numbers. And with regards to Limbaugh having that 73 connection and the Chiefs now having scored 73 points total in Super Bowls because they only scored 9 in this Super Bowl that came in with 64. Remember, Brady got to 7-3 in his 21st season. And again, before the season began, we said why the Bucs would beat the Chiefs. We helped a lot of people win a lot of money. We went 13-0 in the playoffs, decoding the rigged games correctly. Again, this is why this is the best knowledge ever, period. End of discussion in the truth community. You can see through the sports. You can see through the elections. You can see through the death rituals. You can predict what's coming before it happens because everything is so damn repetitive and only the dumbest people in the world don't subscribe to what we've been putting out for 7.5 years. And I just want you to think about how shitty the people of the world are. They disrespect the work I put out, which is truth, fact-based, empowering, and they worship scum buckets like Rush Limbaugh. That's how fucked up and shitty the world is, and that's why we are where we are, because we live in a world of scumbags and fucking losers that worship all the wrong things like these fake sellout athletes, these scumbag celebrities, and they hate on the truth. And they're too fucking dumb to see what's true and what's not. They love the lies of Rush Limbaugh. They hate the truth of Zachary K. Hubbard. Why? Because you live in a world of evil fucking scumbags like Rush Limbaugh. So anyway, all the 73 rituals. Again, Brady came into the 2021 postseason with 73 career touchdowns. In the postseason prior to the Super Bowl, he went 7-3 with 7 touchdowns and 3 picks coming into the Super Bowl. Brady and Giselle did the 73 questions with Vogue magazine. The Edge won the Royal Rumble in Tampa the weekend before, born in 73. They sacrificed a Yale grad in Goatville who had the 73 connection the night before the GOAT ritual with Brady. I told you guys to watch out for the Texas Tech college basketball game 2 weeks before the Super Bowl was played. I said you'd get your final clue here for the Super Bowl. Texas Tech scored 73, Mahomes old school, 43 in the second half, like football, Florida and Goater 43. Kansas State went down with 37 in the second half. Buccaneers 37, 62 total points, 25 in the first half. Tampa Bay 25. Again, you guys, they got it all scripted to the point every year with at least one college basketball game the night before the Super Bowl. Every year we show this. If you think this is bullshit, it's because you're a fucking scumbag loser. I called this out 2 weeks. Helped a ton of people win a bunch of free money. We document the same shit every single year. They use technology in sports to ensure outcomes. Oh, yeah, they even said the game temperature was going to be 73 degrees. Now, Limbaugh, 73, dead in 21. Like we said before the year began, watch out for the deaths in the 73. And, of course, Tampa, Florida is 73 where the game was played. And Raymond James Stadium's 288, and the Bucs picked up their 288th franchise win in Super Bowl 55 in their own stadium, and the big scripted ritual that was in the year of coronavirus where they don't want people to travel. Just all so obvious. The stage, they even said on Fox Sports that this was scripted right here. Shannon Sharp came out and said this was scripted. The Jordan glove up in Brady's face by Honey Badger as Brady passes Jordan. The day before this, Jordan put out his new Super Bowl show, and he called it the 12, like Brady wears 12. And realized Rush Limbaugh's dead on Jordan's birthday. Today's Jordan's birthday. And don't forget when Tom Brady and co. were celebrating the Super Bowl, the first ever drafted player by the Boston Red Sox died at 73. Died on the 41st day of the year, Super Bowl 41, 179 days after his own birthday. Buccaneers won 79, the 41st prime. Just all these sick rituals. Don't forget the Royal Rumble, number 37, again, is in Raymond James Stadium this year, the same stadium the Super Bowl's in. It starts April 10th. It's got the same logo as the Bucs because it's in their stadium. But WrestleMania 37 begins 62 days after the Super Bowl. Limbaugh 37, dead 62 days after the Pope's birthday. Buccaneers 37, 62. This is the way it goes down. This is the way it goes down. We just talked about how right after the Super Bowl, the Chiefs reporter died at age 37. Therese Paylor, his name's 55 and 62. And there's been if you're new here, there's been a million more rituals connected to deaths for this Super Bowl. But I'm just showing you how Rush dying on his 37th day of his age and Limbaugh equals 37 and 73 fits in with the same patterns we're talking about day after day. The same patterns that these same fucking retards can't get their mind around, but they'll sit in and tune into Rush Limbaugh and Michael Weiner, who goes by the name Savage, who broadcasts out of satanic San Francisco. You know, they'll listen to these dumbasses who don't know shit about shit, lie to people every day, don't back up a single word they say. Actually, I think the only thing Michael Weiner ever said that's true is they gave the nation porn so that they'd have a society of jerk-offs sitting on their ass, not fighting back against tyranny. I got to give him his props for that. And for the record, Jesuit order, pornography. Let's take a look. Pornography, 144, 72, 153. Jesuit order, 144, 72, 153. The only cipher where they're different is 54 and 45. Remember all the stories of Donald Trump, number 45, with the porn star? It's all mockery, you guys. It's all mockery. So, again, Rush came out with we covered this. He came out with the cancer by the numbers. Oh, by the way, just to understand really how big the mockery is, the planet with 7 rings is Saturn, like how Brady got his 7th ring this year. And in astrotheology, Saturn is Satan. In Super Bowl 55, Brady got his 7th ring. And the Chiefs have now given up 93 points in Super Bowls, whereas they've scored 73 themselves, which is the 21st prime. So think about it. In 2021, Saban gets his 7th ring. Brady gets his 7th ring. Saturn, 21, 93. The Chiefs, again, have given up 93 points, allowed 7... and scored 73 themselves, the 21st prime, like how Limbaugh's 73 and Rush's 21. And again, go add it up. They came in, here, we'll just do it real quick for anyone who doubts any of this. In the first Super Bowl, the Chiefs got smoked 35-10 by the Packers, so they scored 10, right? They beat Minnesota with 23-7 in Super Bowl 4, so they had 33 points scored at that point, 10 against, 23-4, that's 33. In Super Bowl 54, they scored 31, so they went from 33 plus 31, 64. By the way, Chiefs equals 31. And then this year, they only scored 9 points. So 73, Tampa, Florida, 73. Brady becomes 7-3. And then add up the points against him. 35 in Super Bowl 1, 7 in Super Bowl 4. So they allowed 42 there. Then 20 more in Super Bowl 54, so 42 plus 20, 62. And then notice they faced the 62 team the next year, right? And by the way, after Super Bowl 54, they'd faced the 49ers. They'd scored 64 and had 62 scored against. See how perfect that is? That's why you got to know your ciphers forwards and backwards. We didn't figure this shit out overnight. We figured it out from hard work, from pumping out knowledge and paying attention, saying, damn, this is exactly what they're doing. This is exactly what they're doing. But then, so 64 and 62 coming into Super Bowl 55. 64 plus 9 is 73. 62 plus 31 is 93. In back-to-back years with a 31 in the score when Chiefs is 31. Remember, Brady won his 31st playoff game to start this postseason, beating the Redskins, the other native team, with 31 points. I know they changed their name. It doesn't matter. They still did Redskins rituals with the numbers all year. And you know this stuff if you document it. And then, he ends up beating the other native team to conclude the playoffs, and he does it with 31 again. Because it's all rigged and scripted. And by the way, they had The Weeknd performing at halftime. Guy who flashes Satan at his concert. He came down like a fallen angel. Fallen Angel 55. He should have come down like Rush Limbaugh. Would have been even more symbolic. Just come down in white face. Stuff 10 pillows in your stomach. But anyway, Satan got that Gematria 55, like Super Bowl 55, 10, like Brady's 10th Super Bowl. 55 is the 10th triangular number, the 10th Fibonacci number. Satan 80 when you run it in reverse. Brady stayed on 80 career losses in Super Bowl 55, and he came into the Super Bowl with 80 career postseason touchdowns. He threw 3 to get to 83, like football's 83, like his birthday's 83, like Vincent Jackson, who used to play for the Bucks, who wore the number 83, just died at age 38. When death, murder, killing, and RIP are 38, and Brady stayed on 38 postseason interceptions on the 38th day of the year, which we predicted. We also predicted he would throw at least 3 touchdowns. I thought he might also throw 5, because then he would got to 666 for his career, which I almost feel like it would have happened if I didn't put that prediction out there. Anyway, I did tell people to put a future in on at least 3 touchdowns, which was dead on. But then 35 as well, and Tom Brady's 35. 149 is the 35th prime. Brady got his 149th career home win in the Super Bowl because the NFC was the designated home team, plus it was their home stadium. And again, that game was exactly 149 months after Carl Sheffer's first NFL game officiated, which was Brady beating the Chiefs 17-10, 27 points like the Super Bowl was on 2-7, and Carl Sheffers was the ref for Super Bowl 51, which Brady won, and Super Bowl 55, which was the 51st of the modern era, and Tampa equals 51. Tampa also equals 15, like how they picked up their 15th win in Super Bowl 55. But, again, if you guys are new here and you doubt this, go back and watch. Go to my channel and watch the live play-by-play call of Super Bowl 55. I called the whole game live, and I pretty much called everything that would happen before it happened, because the games are so scripted, and we know exactly how they're scripted. That's why we went 13-0 in the playoffs. That's why we dominated the futures again. That's why we always dominate the world of rigged sports, rigged news, rigged elections, because we know Gematria, something that's a billion times more important than Rush Limbaugh's worthless, sorry ass, a guy who's a billionaire from talking shit on the radio because a nation of scum-sucking fucking losers worship mediocrity, worship shit, and hate truth and what's real, you know? Imagine if I had that kind of resources coming in. I'd hire 1 million people and take the world back over from these evil fucking satanic tyrants which Rush Limbaugh was on his knees for. So I wanted to make it real clear from the beginning. This isn't some sob piece for the piece of shit Rush Limbaugh or any of his sorry-ass fucking listeners. Not at all. This is exposing a scumbag, an evil piece of shit who's apparently died by the code, again, if he's even really dead, which I highly doubt. Again, everything about this was a ritual, synced up with the Super Bowls, like they do every single year. He's probably popping oxy, got at least 10 brown women on slave chains in a room. It's probably a lot closer to the truth than what they're reporting today about his passing, so. Anyway, there he is. Fat slob from day one. Talk Radio 700. Dead at 70. Right after Brady gets 7. Morons will think it's a coincidence. All right, we'll leave it there, Truth Seeker. Until next time.